Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do part two part one on this channel, part two on the Helvetia channel with a discussion for get home bags. So this is what we're going to talk about. Hello everybody, if you're a prepper or into the outdoors, you may need or want or a necessity have one of these. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, on this beautiful Friday. It's a Good Friday here in Switzerland. The trees are blooming. We got some sun out, partly cloudy, but still a beautiful day and quite warm. You can probably see the sweat on my forehead. Been a pretty warm day. Anyway, I've been busy running around, cleaning up, looking for some documents. Man, I tell you right now, you never can find what you're looking for, especially after you've moved. Anyway, I'm bringing to you today a product that I've had for some long time now, and I'm so happy to have one. And I spoke about this, I don't know if I've told you before, but I write for a survival magazine, some articles. Well, I've written 3 articles so far and had 2 published. The third one's about to be published here for the next month. The magazine's gone hardbound now, or should I say softbound. It wasn't just online. Now it's gone more than online. I'm waiting for my copy to come to me for my last article. But it's I think it's called APS Circle or something like that. I'll put the information down below. Sort of bad about it. I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen the the digital copy of it, but I have not seen the hard copy. So I'm looking forward to getting that and seeing mine. Well, you won't see my name published in it, but I'm going with another name, a writer's name. But anyway, I speak about this current month. I'm almost next month coming out, I think, or a month after that, about prepping. And right now with the situation around the world, people are doing more prepping and stuff. So, and one of those things that I suggest is get yourself one of these. Now, this is a Grundig Radio. This is the Mini World 100 PE, okay, made by Grundig. Here you get a good look at it right here. And man, this thing picks up a lot of channels. Even right here, just right before I was, I threw some batteries in it because I don't store batteries inside of it. It has a small clip that clips on the back to put it on your belt. But here's the data information, if you can see it right there. The Grundig FM 84, 108 milliamps, AM 525, 1710 kilohertz, SW 590, 1800 millihertz, and a battery DC3V, Mini World 100 PE. And it works also. Now it has you can see it has different positions right here, huh? So you can go through different setups, and then you have a tuning dial, volume off, and then you have an earphone, and it works. I've tested that. It works with your regular iPhone earphones actually also. And so it works with all those. It has a long antenna, which is, pretty long. Huh? And it does pick up really well. Okay, I'll turn it on real quick if I can. Well, here, I've actually...
If I wanted to start drinking Chinese tea, how would I do it?
Now I think this is being being heard from the United States. It's American Voice, and and there, of course, I've picked up, of course, Swiss, Spanish, American English, some further east, and that's just right here before I get online. But anyway, what's good about having these is you can keep up if the lights go off, things go out, you can keep up with what's going on in the world with one of these right here. And it comes with, this right here comes with a little small leather, it's a faux leather pouch. And it's protected pretty well because there's some scratches on the back of it from just being inside. I used to carry it with me around a whole lot. And now I don't carry it so much. It's more of something I keep in one location. And then if I need it, I can pull it out. This piece right here clips on it. The back of it clips on it right here. You have it's not very strong, but you could actually clip it on your belt if you wanted to. Me, I'm going to keep it inside of like one of my little pouches like this right here. stick it inside this right here, along with the full leather pouch, and with I have some batteries in one of these right here. So emergency radio. Okay, you can listen to what's going on in the world if you don't have, if all shit hits the fan, sort of, And so it's one of those things that I suggest you get into. If you get one, that's great. Remember, one is none, two is one, three is two, all this kind of stuff. So get you a couple of these right here. Always have a backup. I guess a backup plan. And this is quite light. You can carry it with you easily in your backpack. If there's a couple of you, each one of you carry one and you use one, to listen in on short bursts of information, that may come out if, like I said, if you find yourself in a situation like what's happening in Ukraine or a total pandemic or something like that. I'm not a fearmonger. I'm much more calm and realistic. I know these things can happen. I just don't see it happening much further west. And it could happen tomorrow. I was wrong about Ukraine also. I figured that Russia would never invade Ukraine after Crimea. I figured that things would have been different. But anyway, that's another conversation. This is about being prepared for the eventuality that it may happen. And also, it's good to have around the house just in case like a storm hits or something like that. All the electricity gets knocked out. This way you can listen in on what's going on. Okay. Now, sure, quite often nowadays we can take our cell phones and we can listen. I'm using my cell phone to film this right here. I have an iPhone 8s, and you can use this right here to a certain level. But what if the storm? What if things? Satellite disruption or this kind of stuff, or cell phone disruption. If there's cell phone disruption, then there's going to be internet disruption, and you're not going to have all that stuff. So these right here will come in handy. Now, these also exist from other companies. Certain companies, they make them primarily for Africa and places like this. The crank ones that crank up, and then you get about a couple of minutes of usage out of it, and you got to recrank it up in a couple of minutes of usage. And those are really nice to have also, and good to have around the house. And I definitely suggest having this kind of stuff. I'll put it back here so you can get a look at it, sitting back there. It's not very big, not even bigger than my hand. So, yeah, there's a usage for this. There's a reason to have all this kind of stuff, and I just suggest that you maybe have one or two in your gear. Now, I only have one, and I need to get a second one, and I'm gonna look into that a little bit later. Handheld radios, this kind of stuff. We can talk a little bit about that. Those are good, but the problem is that here in Switzerland, you have to have a license to get something with any kind of power in it. If not, it's going to be line of sight, and it's going to be quite close. I do have some handheld radios, that I can't remember who made them, but I think Midland. I have Midland handheld radios, and they work fine, but they're not the police radios or military. They're not very powerful whatsoever. So if you're in a small group and a small element, you want to communicate with one another, something like that, okay. But in reality, they have their uses, but they also have their limits. So you have to be aware of that and be careful of that. Also remember, improper use of radio can pinpoint your position. So you have to be careful of that too. So all these things you have to add into it. You got to remember. Those of us in the military, we were trained how to use radios. We took those courses and we use them in real life. And nowadays they're much more secure. But a normal person like myself, I'm not going to have a secure radio system. And I'm by myself right now. My bugging out is going to be me bugging to probably get my kids who are in two different countries. So it's trying to get to them. So or get to them somewhere safe from there. But yeah, there are situations right now, like I said, further in the east, people in Ukraine who are dealing with these kind of situations and trying to get information and news. And what's saving them are these little small handheld radios, or if they have some kind of radio system at home that's either battery operated and they have batteries, or they have a solar system that's still functional. And very few places that may have some electricity that's still functional. So it's good to have this. Some of these things, you need light, a candle will work. But if you want to hear what's going on in the world, okay, you need to get yourself something that can that can listen into and tune into what's going on in the world. And this there's FM, AM, SW1, all the way down to SW6. And this right here, like I said, is made by Grundig. It's a Mini World 100 PE, and it's quite compact. You see it fits in my hand. Probably, you know, I bet you could probably get this thing inside of a small little Tupperware container also if you want to keep it protected, keep it from getting wet and damaged. So it's quite good. I don't think it's waterproof at all, and I don't expect it to be waterproof. But even if it was, I'd treat it as if it wasn't. So anyway, those of you who are interested, like I said, there's information in Grundig, and find yourself one. I don't think I paid that much for it, and I think I got it online. I found it, and I'll look up more information and put it at the bottom of this video. But anyway, listen, I want to thank you all for coming to my channel. I appreciate if you all will subscribe, share, and give me a thumbs up. And please, please share my channel with everybody you know. And I hope you enjoy it. And please leave comments. You know, if you have any questions or have any comments to leave down below, please do so. I'm all ears. Anyway, I'll talk to you again soon. I hope you all are having a great Easter weekend. Although Easter's another week away, it's coming up. And I hope you're all having good weather and enjoying your time off. But I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care of yourselves and goodbye. So welcome back, everybody, to the channel. I began a video on the Helvetia channel. I have Helvetia Bushcraft YouTube channel. And on that video, I discussed some theory behind the get home bag, and some videos I've seen of people who put together get home bags and basically, you know, what they carry with them. Now, look, this is all primarily going to depend on, you know, remember, terrain dictates, and remember, climate and weather dictates also. But we're going to talk about this as if we're spring until fall, okay? Where it can be cool at night, but at the same time, you're not going to freeze to death, and you're going to be fine. Now, I've weighed out this pack right here at 5 kilos, okay? That can be considered pretty heavy, but you'll see what I have in it and what I don't have in it. The only thing that's not in this, I mean, it will have, it has the water bottle. There's no water in it, so it was about 4.5 kilos, and I added the rest, a little bit less than 4.5 kilos, and then I just added, you know, it's a liter of water. It's going to be a kilo of water, so it's around 5, a little bit over, maybe 5. But anyway, so this bag right here, I'm going to show you what I've got in it and why I have in it. First, I want to talk to you about why. Okay, let's look at the situation. Like I said, it's really going to depend on where you're at. If you're in the city, you live in the city, your get home bag may be different from someone who works in the city, lives in the city, compared to someone who works in the city, lives in the country, or someone who works in the country and lives in the country. Now, I'm going to look at around between 30 and 45 kilometers away. Of course, there's some people who are going to live further away, and this is something I suggest you look into. And also look at the concept of, why do I want to get home? Well, you want to get home because your family's at home. You have the rest of your, you know, it's away from wherever there's a problem at, or away from city. And along the way, maybe you don't have transportation, or maybe perhaps transportation has gone out, or maybe you just can't drive back, or your bike doesn't work, or, like, you know, train's not working, bus is not working. And these can be from a multitude of things that could cause this, everything from weather to, natural weather, natural catastrophes like that, like in earthquakes, or, like a tsunami, or whatever, or it could be, just troubles in the city, people, causing trouble. You can also look at a situation where I know people who escaped from Ukraine, who traveled by car. The car broke down. Luckily, they were able to get a ride, but they had to leave everything they had in the car except for a get home bag or a bug out bag. Okay. Now, this is a get home bag, so you don't really, there's several things you got to think about. Number one is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to wear this all the time on you, or are you going to leave it at work? So just in case you need it, or you're going to leave it inside your car, okay? And then you maybe have to hoof it from your car. Maybe you're on the highway or on the auto route, something happens, you can't travel any further, so you got to hoof it, and there's no one around to help you. Okay. Sometimes, you get in situations, maybe a bug out, maybe just a bug in, maybe it's a few hours, where you run out of gas and there's no cell phone coverage, and you're maybe within, I don't know, 20 miles of home or something, because you really live out and there's no cars passing, so you got to hump it into. So these are just some things like this, so that just in case along the way you decide, you know what, I'm tired, I got a little bit of food on me, I got some water on me. These are little things that you sort of keep on you. And these fall within the 10 essentials. And the 10 essentials, for me, is the basis of everything. As long as you maintain the 10 essentials, then you will have the basics of what you need to get home, to get somewhere, to go hiking for a day, to go camping. Always maintain those 10 essentials. You don't necessarily have to have it in a backpack. This is just a backpack I've had for many, many years. It's an old, I probably had this backpack for, I don't know, 15 years, if not more. It's an old Camelback. I got them when they're like maybe a year, when they exist already a year. I saw them at a scout camp, and I love the color. I like the layout, the design. The first thing I did though is I ripped the Camelback out of it because I hate the Camelback system. But the packs, this pack right here has been a really good pack for me. I saw another boy wearing one, and he had it like, he had it completely jacked up. I've added some Velcro to it, and I've got my patch on it. I mean, I can take that off. I don't really need it on there, but it offers a bit of camouflage or blending in to whatever natural surroundings. I mean, it looks like a street pack, so I can blend into the city every day. I'm not looking like I'm some kind of tactical whatever, and if I'm out in the countryside hiking, it's not too bright a color. Yeah, of course, this pad, like I said, I can take it off. But the point is that it does exactly what I need it to do, okay? Comfortably. It does have a waistband around it, but I don't normally use that. I just use the shoulder straps. Got a place for even a laptop to go inside of. So if you're going to work every day, you can put all your stuff in it you need for work, cables, laptop, this kind of stuff. You can carry your lunch in there. You got your water, and this also goes along with having water in your car, or having water wherever you work, or having some food there. Maybe keep some dry stuff in your car at work, so that if you do have to bug in or bug away from your vehicle or from work, then you can quickly just add food to it. So I suggest you carry not stuff that you don't have to cook, okay? That way alleviates a stove, alleviates having to build a fire, but I do have the ability to build a fire in it, okay? One thing I don't have in it is a container that I can cook in, but it doesn't mean I can't add a cup. I do have a metal cup or titanium cup I can put just on the bottom of this right here. I can carry it in there. It doesn't add any more weight. It's very lightweight. I do have it over here, so I can easily add it to it, and I probably would, okay? But also, like I said, I have things in my car. I have bug out gear in my car, and so that way, if I need it, I got it. Some of the outside features of it, I have a place to store water, easily accessible. I have a recta compass with a thermometer, or what do you call it, a thermometer on the outside of it. And I do have my first aid kit on this side right here secured. On the inside, I can zip it out and get into it very quickly and grab my Bobo kit, okay? I don't carry, and I don't think I need a trauma kit with me because, like I said, in the other video, if you watched that one, I suggest you go and watch it. I've got a belt on. I've got a cravat. I can, if it gets really bad, I've got what I need. I know how to administer first aid for pressure dressings, this kind of stuff. It's stuff you can make up, okay? A lot of people are wearing cotton, so you can, cotton shirts and stuff like that. You can rip it up, fold it up, make a quick pressure dressing out of it, and tie it up. They got a belt. You take that belt off. Use what they've got to help them. But this right here is for me. It's a good Bobo kit. It's a waterproof bag, and it works very well. So one of the 10 essentials besides the Bobo kit and water is I do have a hat on me, and I usually have a hat with me whenever I go around. I have several of them in my car. This is my a daily wear hat. I'm out, whatever. Very simple baseball type cap. You can get yourself one of those really nice Seattle sombreros or a boonie hat or something like that to keep the sun out of your eyes or keep some rain off you a little bit. If it's in the wintertime, throw yourself in there a bunny or a watch cap or something like that in places right here. So that can easily be done. And the outside, I have a little carabiner here I can snap things up to real quick. It's a plastic one, doesn't weigh anything, so that's there. On the outside, it has really good cinch straps, which I can open up very quickly, access whatever's inside the bag itself. Let me pull the water bottle out of here also. Inside, it has a main compartment, a small glasses part, which I do put my glasses in there, and I'll even throw my wallet in there. It's a nice little compartment right here. I just have it for my glasses. It's a very soft material, so less likely to scratch up my glasses or my sunglasses. I can throw in there. I do carry sunglasses also, and like I said, here I have a thermometer hooked up to one of the outside pocket here. Inside here, I have my trusty map case. So this is a map case, a topographic map I carry. I usually carry with me in my car, and here also I got a compass in here. I've got a protractor. So since I just water resistant case that I carry, I've got several of these out here I've made up myself, and with them I have a notebook with writing paper on it, so I can leave messages, I can write note information, and then I can do calculations. I can do whatever I need to do from here, and this is part of that get home, so you got to know which direction to go when home, Although I do suggest that if you are doing a get home scenario from work, whatever route you take, be aware of two things. Probably stay off the route if there's danger coming from that side, but if there's not, okay, walk the route, okay? Sometimes you may not have that possibility, or maybe just shorter, just, traveling cross country. I've done that before, and I'll tell you that story another time, but yeah, it helps. Another thing I carry in here is like a silk, or it's a nylon. It used to be printed, but it's so old, it's been around so long. It's a signal panel, and it does work. You spread it out, you can signal if you're trying to get some kind of from a distance, someone to see you. You don't want to use just, plane in daytime, or from a helo or an aircraft like that, low flying, whatever. You can signal them this right here. You can also use it as a cravat also, and you can roll it up and use it part of that pressure dressing thing I was telling you about. So it's also right there. I also have one of these. It's a Cilium or a Chem light inside this right here, and you can spin it. You can break it and spin it, and what it'll do, it'll make like a bigger light. And then also for signaling. I don't normally carry these with me, but I do have one, and it's something that I've definitely added recently to my get home bag or whatever bag. So it's more of emergency stuff, like a flashlight. This is part of communication. So also within here, my keys for my car and for home and for wherever, And on here, my car key is standing right here, but on here, I happen to have I actually do have an identification tag from the Army, but I also have a laser pointer and a little LED flashlight. So I have doubled up a little bit. It's a rechargeable, I can recharge it. I use it for a little small stuff. I don't have to pull out my headlamp, because I don't carry a regular Surefire like that. I just carry a headlamp, and it's right here. It works fine for what I'm doing, okay? Nothing else in that pocket. This is our administration pockets. And then here I have my wallet with me. It's part of my EDC everyday carry. And what this is it's sort of like an EDC. This is an EDC kit, basically, because you're going to have to carry this thing if you think about it. Now, in the wintertime, quite often when I travel, if I travel on train to work, or if I'm traveling in a car, this inside of my here will be I have a jacket, this kind of stuff in my car. It's more for emergency use, but I'll carry stuff in here, and you'll see what I carry. Get to work. I got it with me. I go in the building with it. I put it behind my, under my desk. It's there. So if I need it, everything's in here. But also, what I'll have in there, I'll have drinking water. I'll have lunch maybe or something like that. Also, I'll add to it. So for the day. And then the last thing in here I have is a where's that here? That's right here. I have a skeletal, it's a little Leatherman. It's the Skeletal CX I have in here. This is a really nice little tool because it does a whole lot of, you can do maintenance with this kind of stuff too. And in my pocket, I will carry, as usual, as always, my Victorinox a Swiss Army knife. So that covers basically the outside here. I do have a little place I can attach things I need to, but I try to not have too many things dangling off. My baseball cap I'll probably will be wearing, or if I do have it dangling off, it's just the short distance, okay? Now, inside the main compartment, in here, I'm going to have some of those, like I said, I think primarily about the 10 essentials, This is basically a little fire kit I have, It's got matches, it's got a cigarette lighter. You can cut this down to just a cigarette lighter if you want to and you can spool some tape around it, some Gorilla tapes like that, and you can quickly start a fire with it if you need to start a fire. The thing is, if I'm coming here, staying all night, I'm probably going to eat what I have. It's cold. Try not to make me too obvious where I'm at. And we're talking about a really shit, what's that? Shit hits the fan scenario, So, but this right here is a small kit, and I carry, this bounces around. I don't have a whole bunch. I haven't built a bunch of these kits. I have one that I've put myself together, and it bounces around. Most of the stuff bounces around between my daily hiking stuff, my daily carry stuff. If I go a weekend, whatever, camping, it's all the same stuff. So I just share it around everything else. Now, like I said, I do have stuff in my car, but this is basically an overnight little bag, it's got toothbrush in it. It's got insect repellent. It's got toilet type paper in it. It's got toothpaste. It's got hand sanitizer, this kind of stuff in it. And this is I'll even take this if I go visit some friends like that. And like I said, it's already with me. And so I have what I need, to stay overnight. I don't have to use any of their stuff. I got soap. All I need is the water. So, and it's a good little thing. And it's a little waterproof mesh bag. Quite good. Okay, this is from Tatonka. The other one's from from Exped. First aid kit's in an Exped one. I really like these bags. They come in different sizes also. Possibles bag, and here I'll have some paracord in it. I have my headlamp with extra batteries. I have a knife sharpener in here, and a few other gizmos and gadgets in here. And it's a little possibles bag. It's got just the basic little stuff in it that I need. And at night, if I need my headlamp, I got it in here. So, and like I said, these things switch out between stuff. Also in here, rain jacket. Okay. You can also, if it's cool at night, you can throw this over you. You may be working, you may have a long sleeve shirt when you go to work, maybe a suit and tie, or you may work in a t-shirt, But this right here is something I can just quickly throw over me. I quite often will wear even in the summertime, I'll have just on me a long sleeve shirt of some sorts. Nothing serious, but I'll wear it, and it sort of acts as a little protection from the sun. It's kind of something, I'm quite light skinned, and it looks nice. If you need to, I can quickly button it up. And in my car, I usually keep a nice shirt also, just in case. So anyway, but this is a rain jacket. This is an old North Face. It's a hypervent. It's like I said, it's a windproof rain jacket. It does all. Now, it is a blue color, but the blue actually acts really well. It's not too obvious, I guess. It's almost like a gray. But I'm not wearing anything super bright, I don't want to attract or, whatever. Also in here, I have a food bag. And this here I'll have, whatever fruit bars, whatever, something won't melt. But I have it inside of here along, just stuff I can eat, give me some energy. I might not be full, but I'll definitely have enough calories to help me get through a hike or whatever. So that's in here. This is a backup food bag is what it is. Next thing I have in here is I have my brick for with a battery charger and the cables I need to recharge my telephone, just in case I need it. It's here and it stays charged up. Matter of fact, I charge it after I use it. I charge it, I recharge it, and it's at 99%. It's the most you can get in it, but I just use it on the camp out weekend where we're able to recharge telephones, just kind of like that, and I like it's a little heavy, but it's waterproof, water resistant, shock proof, shock resistant. Has a little, like I said, I'll open it up. This is from it's from Power Monkey Extremes, what it is, and this is basically what it looks like right here. You have a little small foldable charger, and you have the cables behind it. So I like it a lot. It's a 9,000 amp. It's not really the one I like to have a bigger amp, but and they are making them now in nicer colors, I would say, or more colors that blend in better with the outdoors, like tan or whatever. But the 12,000 amps a little better because of the fact that you can use it you can charge more. These are deep charging batteries, by the way. They really hold on to a big charge, and you can charge that thing and it'll stay charged for years. And of course, you can recharge it. I recharged it last night just looking at it because I just use it a good bit. Sometimes I'll take it out and just basically dump it. I'll just recharge everything on that to see, test it, make sure it's still working well. But yeah, it's a really good source right here, battery system. Okay, the next thing I have in here is a waterproof bag. And inside this waterproof bag here, I'll throw in, depends on the season, some warm clothes. Now, what I usually carry with me quite often is I have a vest. I have my gloves in here. I want to keep them dry. So these are here, just some gloves. I can wear them. They're lightweight Norona gloves right here, all leather. And I prefer all leather to all these synthetic gloves. It just works so much better. And then I have a Patagonia sweater. It's a vest sweater that I've had for many years. It's held up more than anything else. It's one of the oldest piece of kit I have. It's held up for a long time. I keep that stuff or anything else I may keep it in a waterproof bag. I'll stick it inside my other bag, and it's there. And the last thing I have in here is like a poncho liner. This is a Swagman. I can zip up in it. I can use it as a sleeping bag, cover myself, camouflage myself. I can wear it if it's really cold because there's has a hood built into it. This is better than a poncho liner. Not as compact and as light, but it's better than a poncho liner because it's warmer. And like I said, you can use it for a multitude of things also. So I don't need to have a big heavy coat with me because I have this right here. But this is all it is. This is all my stuff right here. And you know, your stuff may vary. Like I said, it really depends on where you're at, you know, where you live, the distance you have to travel, this kind of stuff, and how you're going to travel all that. But that's it. This is like a EDC get home kit, everyday carry get home kit. Like I said, what I saw in the videos, guys carrying stuff, I can imagine going into work every day. Like I said, if you leave it in your car, okay. But then again, I don't think I would want to get back home with all that gear, you know. The things you're going to need the most is insulation, food, and water, okay? Those are the three things you're going to need the most, all right? Communication is very good, lighting, this kind of stuff, but you can live without all that. You can just, at night or in the evening, you can get somewhere, hunker down, and wait to the next day, okay? You do not have to carry, guys, I mean, if you're in a situation where you think you may need a weapon or something like that, I would contemplate moving even. I mean, I don't want to live in a place where I may need that. Now, if the situation is so bad that you're suddenly having to go to work, well, you may want to slip it in there, something lightweight, compact, that's going to help you to get out of a situation, not to get into a situation. The idea is to get out of where you're at and get back home, okay, safely and whatever. Carrying, you know, ropes to climb buildings, and yeah, I understand there's an urban landscape involved in all this kind of stuff, but you know, you hide out to keep from being seen. You don't get on top of buildings to give you a better view or whatever. You know, you can easily get to the top of a building if you can get into a building. That's the first thing. I've done urban alpine training and climbing outside of buildings. Yeah, it does take a good bit of gear, that kind of stuff. But like I said, it's you know, you're not going to be Batman. What are you going? I mean, I've seen you know, guys with drones on them and extra body armor. Look, you need to travel light and use as least calories as possible, and not dehydrate and get home. You're not, you know, if you're in a war zone, you know, what the hell you need a complete different setup anyway. Okay, so look at my other video, the first video on the other channel on Helvetia Bushcraft. Anyway, I hope that this video was enlightening. If you have such a bag, let me know. Okay, I've spoken to some people already who what they carry on them, their EDC gear. I mean, I have a video also on my EDC gear that I carry on a daily basis. This is not in that list because I don't always carry all this stuff with me, okay, for every little thing I do. If I'm just going to be down the road from the house, I think I can get back in an hour, you know, if I just go to the shops, okay? Now, if I'm traveling a little bit further out, I might want to carry things a little bit differently. You can also travel this right here, too. There's nothing in here. It's dangerous. They might want to, you know, take your knives out, this kind of stuff, but you can travel this right here, okay? So, and that's about it. There's nothing in there that's illegal. It's all legal stuff. It's all safe, okay? And like I said, the idea here is to get back home. It's not to start World War III or get in some kind of conflict. You don't want to be, like I said, you don't want to carry around some stuff. So I just saw stuff that just was, You can see it on, just look it up. Look it up, get home bags on YouTube and watch some of these videos. Yeah. Anyway, I hope this video was informative. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. I'd really definitely like to hear from you. Please give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, and I hope everything goes good for you. You don't have to use one of these things ever. And if you have, let me know. I'd definitely like to hear from you. Take care of yourselves. I hope you all have a good evening, and talk to you very soon. Goodbye.